What's up, kids? JoeyImage here. I think I'm going to call this Turnbuckle Tales. I was going to go with Wrist Tape Chronicles, but I like Turnbuckle Tales. It's got a nicer ring to it, no pun intended. Anyway, this is my second session, episode, whatever you want to call it. And my buddy on Twitter, Kev, says, woo! Had a question that about a story I mentioned a while ago involving myself and Brutus Beefcake. So basically, this is one of only two things I've done in wrestling that, or haven't done, I should say, that I regret. So November 2005, we are wrestling, myself and my tag team partner at the time, Eric Andretti, known as the T-Birds, straight out of the movie Grease. We were wrestling for Peter Ferrero's IHPW in New Jersey. And we had a show in Boonton, New Jersey that night at the Boonton Elks Lodge, which I have wrestled at, Christ, hundreds of times. Love that building. I love the bar downstairs. I love the bowling alley downstairs. Everybody there has always been good to me. So, again, this 2005. I didn't have a cell phone at the time. I had a home phone. That's it, a landline. I forgot. I don't remember where I was this day. I don't know. Sometime in November. But the day of the event, Pete calls me in the morning, I think it was, or it might have been the night before, and leaves me a message on my answer machine saying, hey, the guy that was supposed to wrestle Beefcake can't make it. You have long hair. Would you like to wrestle the barber and let him give you a haircut? And I wasn't home. So I didn't get the message until after I had already gotten home from the show. So again, I don't remember where I was that night or that day or the night before. I believe I was out with friends the night before, slept at a friend's house and didn't even go home, showered and had my gear with me and went right to the venue, and then came back home that night and got this message again after the show was over. So when I got to the arena, Pete told me, pulled me aside. He said, hey, man, I called you 5-6 hours ago. I said, oh, I haven't been home. What happened? And he said, well, so-and-so, I forget who it was now, so-and-so was supposed to wrestle Beefcake tonight in the main event. He can't make it. So I called to see if you would want to do it and if you would want to get your hair cut by him. And I said, well, to be honest, I don't want to cut my hair right now, but absolutely, I would love to do it, man. It's Bruce the Barber, the effing barber Beefcake. I said, I would be honored to have him cut my hair. And Pete said, well, we can't. We already got a replacement now. He said, again, this was 5 or 6 hours ago that I called you. And I was like, all right, no big deal. He said, but you're still part of the match because your tag team partner, Eric Andretti, is going to wrestle Beefcake in the main event. And then you're going to be his second, his cornerman, his manager, since you guys are a tag team here. So that's what we ended up doing, and Eric was kind of annoyed, saying, hey, if I knew that, I would have waited to get my haircut, because he had just gotten a haircut like 2 days prior, and he got a crew cut. So there was really nothing for Beefcake to cut. And I always thought, so we were leading into a split between myself and Andretti. We ended up wrestling each other a couple times. But to kind of fuel the fire for the split, at the end of the match, obviously Beefcake won. Beefcake grabbed myself because I had the long hair. I was up on the apron, if I remember correctly, and I was trying to grab Eric and get him out of the ring. Beefcake grabbed me, pulled me into the ring, and went to lock me in the sleeper hold to then put me out and cut my hair, and I managed to escape. I grabbed Eric and threw Eric into him instead and said, hell with this, I ain't getting my hair cut, and I dropped to the floor and ran to the back. Because, again, I have long, beautiful, flowing locks, which, were even longer back then. But I wanted something to plant the seeds for me and then Andretti to end up eventually feuding with each other. So I grabbed him, threw him into Beefcake, let him take the brunt of it, and I ran away. And he got a little bit off the top, but, again, he had just gotten a haircut, 2 or 3 days prior to this event. And so it wasn't amazing. It would have been a lot better had I let him do it, but that's what Pete and I decided on, that I was going to shove off and take off and then shove Eric into Beefcake to let him get his haircut because, again, we were leading to an eventual split between the two of us. And we did some fun stuff together. Him and I wrestled each other in like Connecticut twice. I think we wrestled in Jersey maybe once, if not twice. I think we did one show in New York. It was just a bunch of fun stuff. But anyway, that's my my Brutus Beefcake story. That again is one of only two things I regret doing in the wrestling business during my career, or not doing, I guess I should say. So again, guys, thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Any other questions, JoeyImage@gmail.com, or feel free to send me a DM on Twitter. My DMs are open. Or on Facebook. I don't even know if you can lock that. I guess everyone's Facebook is open. Anyway, take care, folks, and I will talk to you soon.